Hi, my name is Mary. Today I'm going to show you how to take a blood pressure. Hopefully it'll be a useful tool for you one day, you never know. Anyways, here we go. So you're going to need a couple of things in order to take a blood pressure. You're going to need, of course, a patient, and you're going to need a blood pressure cuff and a stethoscope. Those are pretty much all the items you'll need. Obviously, you're going to have the patient sit in a chair, so other than that, you're good to go. This is a stethoscope, your standard stethoscopes. They all pretty much work the same. There's, different levels, but any one is usually pretty good, useful for anything. And then there's different varying sizes of blood pressure cuffs. This is a large blood pressure cuff. You would use this on an individual who's a little bit larger than your average bear. Okay. I would like to point out that on the blood pressure cuff is the gauge with which you will actually use the numbers on there to measure the blood pressure. And we'll be talking about that a little bit more while we're measuring the blood pressure of our patient in a second. And there's also your average normal adult size blood pressure cuff, and then there's also pediatric blood pressure cuffs. So you're going to use the proper size blood pressure cuff based on the size of the individual. Okay, so we're going to now measure the blood pressure of a patient, and let me show you how to do that. Okay. So come on over and have a seat, patient. And today we're going to measure your blood pressure. And we're going to use your right arm. You're going to keep it at a level that is above your heart. You don't want it to be below the level of the heart. You want it to be at or the level of heart, basically. And what we're going to do is, our patient is of average size, and we're going to use an average size blood pressure cuff. And a blood pressure cuff is pretty much basically simple. It has a notation on it where the brachial artery is going to line up with. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your blood pressure cuff, you're going to line it up with where the brachial artery is, and you're going to wrap it around the patient, and snugly but not too tight, okay? And then you're going to take your stethoscope, and you're going to find where the brachial artery is so that you can listen. And you put your stethoscope in your ears, obviously. And then you're going to tighten the bulb on the blood pressure cuff so that when you pump it, it will actually put air in the blood pressure cuff and raise the needle on the gauge. When you get the needle to usually anywhere above 140, you're going to then slowly loosen the gauge, and then you're going to listen for the heartbeat. When you hear the first heartbeat, that's going to be your first number, and when you hear the last heartbeat, that's going to be your last number. The two numbers correlate to each other as systolic and diastolic, and that is pretty much how you take a blood pressure. Sergeant Chaotic over here has normal blood pressure. I won't tell you what it is because that would be a violation of HIPAA, but she's normal for the most part. Okay, so, and that's our demonstration on how to take a blood pressure.